Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Mickael. I'm from France. So I'm born in France, but originally my parents come from a French colony, she said, in America. The name is West Indies. And so my two parents, they come in France in the 80s, and they born in the 50s. So they stay together. They stay together a long time until now. They are together. They are married. My mother was a strong Christian. She's also today. She's still going to church, and my father was from originally from a Christian education, but it was not a real believer. But he was respect a lot the religion, and that's the education I had when I was young. Go to church and respect everybody, respect all the religion. It was only just a cultural belief, because as we are West Indian people, they like to dance, to make some things, drink alcohol, things like this. And but they are good people, but they like to do everything like this. But they believe in God. They have a strong belief, but not a real belief in practice. I finish my primary school, and after I go to an art school. But in France, the art school, they don't they doesn't like religion things at all. And I wasn't with my parents at this time. So step by step, I start to make a lot of questions about religion, about Christian religion, because of my teacher, because all my teacher, they were strong people, strong thinking people, but they don't like at all religion, and every time they talk about religion badly, And you are young. I had maybe 21 years old. Now I have 37. And when you have 21 years old, you're looking for some mentor, And these people, they talk to me really bad about religion. So at this time, when I was in the art school, my parents, they stay in my first city, and me, I was in another city. So I cut, with my parents, So and after step by step, I was praying a lot when I was young. I was praying a lot. But at this time in the art school, my prayer and my belief become, less and less. His brother, he was Muslim. But not he was not practic Muslim, and he was making music. And he wanted to become famous in music, so at this time, he had also 22 years old. He go to New York to become a famous musician. And after he come back in France, because in New York, his experience in New York was really bad, Yeah, because nowadays a lot of people think New York is a good place, to become somebody, but it's the inverse, It's totally inverse. It's a place really bad, for people, who are believer, or if you have a lot of questioning about world, about your existence, it's really difficult for this kind of people. It's a kind of city can destroy you. And that's the experience of my friend. It was a really bad experience in New York, and he come back in France, really bad, with a really bad feeling, and he want to stay in his apartment, in his room, not to see anybody. And at this time, he start a really deep questioning about existence, and he want to come back in Islam. Me, at this time, I was a Christian, so I tried to say to him, no, it's not a good thinking, you know. And after, step by step, he became more open, but he continued to practice in Islam. We start to talk a lot about religion, and before this time, our relation was not about religion. You know, we was really together, but we was never talking about religion. But we respect each other. And after he come back from New York, like I said, start to questioning, and after I start to see I don't have all the answer to give to him about Christian, because all my life I have 22 years old at this time. I never read the Bible, all the Bible, you know, and there's a lot of Christians like this, you know. And as Muslims, they read the Qur'an every time, you know. And after I say, okay, I will read the Bible. So I start to renew my link, you know, with my religion, and I start to read again the Bible. And after we start to talk a lot about this, and after he said to me, maybe you can read the Quran. And I said, okay, if you read the Bible, me, I can read the Quran, no problem. And after I go to Paris to buy a Quran. I go back to school. I was in Paris to buy the Quran, and to go to my school, it was in the province of France. And you need to take a train, 2 hours of train. And after I take the train and I start to read the Quran. I know when you are in the train to go to this kind of country, you can see all the landscape, you know, all the beautiful water, beautiful things. And I start to read the Quran, and it was really shocked about how God, you know, tell you to watch the things around you as a proof from Him. And I was reading the Quran like this, and I was looking the landscape outside the train. It was really together, you know. And I started to say, wow, it's really strong. And after, step by step, you know, I was feeling it was really just as God talked to you directly. You know, of course, He talked to all the people, all Muslim people, all the human, to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But me, when I was reading this book, the Quran, I was feeling that just like God talking to me, and it was as He put you just like a test. Are you a real believer? If you are a real believer, you have to follow this path. And after I say, wow, and after step by step, you know, in my Christian prayer, I start to change some things because of my Bible reading and because of my Quran reading. And I start to make sajda, for example, because sajda in a long time ago there were sajda in the Christian, but nowadays people, they are in church and they don't, you know, making sajda anymore. Quran is really beautiful because it gives you a lot of things, you know, to talk with people, to talk deeply about things with people, about the reality of life, the reality of the next life. And that was really interesting for me to find this kind of knowledge, yes, you can say this kind of knowledge. It's more in the Bible, for example, there is this kind of things, but it's more not in all the books, you know. It's only in certain parts. And after, step by step, read the Quran. And at this time, it was really because at this time I was still in the art school. And when you are in the art school, what is interesting, it's about you have a new point of view about things, and you start also to look the things with another point of view as an artist, you know. And the Quran, subhanAllah, there are a relation at this time with my point of view. So I start to look things, look nature, look space, look everything as with a new reflection, and it was really interesting also to me to say, okay, all these kind of things, me also inside and outside, all these kinds are together, and as I understand, it's only in an Islamic way you can see these things, just like cosmology, see everything together. And so when you see things like this, it becomes more easy for you to talk with people about God, Not even not about God, but about existence. Where we, who are we, and where we go. And after the friend I talked to before, after I said, he talked to me, but now what you are doing? You are just like Muslim, and Muslim. You make some Muslim things. You respect Muslim, and you are Christian. What are you doing? You have to make a real choice. And of course, it was the good things to say. And after, it was really normal for me. I say, maybe that's my way. That's the continue of my way. And after I say, okay, let's become Muslim, Making my shahada. First time I make my first shahada with my friend, with my Muslim friend at the time, and I remember we were together because when you want to become Muslim, you have just like a dream vision about how you become Muslim. But no, to become Muslim, it's directly, You say the Shahada, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, and alhamdulillah, you become Muslim. And that's what we do together. It was just like together in a room. And after he say to me, okay, you will repeat what I say. And then he take my hand, and I take his hand. We were looking together in our eyes. And after I say, okay, repeat after me. And after I start to read, I start to just like cry a little bit because it was a really strong moment. And after I finish the Shahada, I say, okay, now you are Muslim. I say, okay, just like this. Yeah. After, wow. And after I remember, I say, okay, alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim. And after you start to, when you are in the street, every time you see a Muslim, so people look as Muslim, you want to give him the salam, because everything has a dream, And after my girlfriend at this time, she said, okay, but I see you are praying like this. What's happening? Things like this. And after I said, okay, I want to become Muslim because for me there is a lot of sense in this way. And after at the beginning she said, okay, I don't have any problem with this, but after we start to talk a lot, and after also my friend like we talked before, he started also to talk with my wife. We start to talk together, and after she said, okay, maybe it's interesting to be Muslim because there is a lot of good things to do as a Muslim. So, but after she said, okay, maybe I'm interested, but I don't want to become Muslim for me. I want to really understand what is inside. Okay, so she's Armenian originally, and his name is Vera, Vera, and at the beginning she take a Baya, his name, Muslim name as a Baya. And we become better, Even the relation, in our couple, it's not a joke. It's real things, Of course, we are not perfect in our Islamic way, but I see, subhanallah, it will become more easy for us to be together, to be together. If you follow just a little, things about what Allah said in your relation with your wife, it becomes more easy. And yeah, that was really true, because we were together before Islam, and of course I love her. I think she loved me, and but sometimes it was difficult, for sure. And after nowadays I can really see the change. And after I called my mother, and this time it was really difficult, because I called her, and after I start to say to her, okay, mom, I start to have a new reflection about religion, about Christianism. And after she was stopping me, and after she said, no, not telling me you will change your religion. And I said, no, don't worry. I just want to talk to you. And after she said, no, I'm really scared about what you will talking to me, because before, like, I didn't tell this in the interview, but before I convert, and when I was reading the Bible, I was asking questions to my mom about Christianism, and there were a lot of questions she doesn't have the answer, because, as we said, she was in a cultural, practice, and after. That's why is it, when we were together in the phone, that's why she said, no, I'm really scared about what you will talking to me, because there is you ask me a lot of questions, and now you say to me, maybe you want to have a new religion. And after I say, it was really natural for me. I started to say, I read the Bible. You are in your way. For you, it's natural, but for people, it's not natural at all. And after I say, okay, Mom, I read the Bible, and I read the Qur'an, and I say, like I said, I see many things is not good as a Christian. So for me, the next way is to become Muslim. And after she started to cry, she said, why are you telling me this? Well, yeah, at phone, yeah, why are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this? I cannot believe. And after she said to me, it was really difficult. She said to me, I want to ask you just one thing. Can you do it for me? I'm your mom. Can you do it for me? And I said, yeah, no problem. What is? She said, you can become Muslim after I go. I passed away. But even I stay in this house, you stay Christian. And after I see me, I start also to cry. I say, well, why are you telling me this? Tell me this like this, And after she say, no. And after I say, okay, I leave everything, no problem. And after she go back, and she say, no, okay. Stay in your way, but I will never accept as a Muslim, but you can do what you want, but I will never accept. After I say, okay, no problem. And after she say, but you do what you want, but you tell to all the family. Me, I will never tell this to my brother and sister. And there is a big family, there are eight uncle and auntie. And after she say, I say, okay, no problem, But she say okay, but inside me I was, really sad. And after she gave me my father, and I was, shaking with my father, because it's the kind of people doesn't talk too much, but when he talk, it's like, And after, alhamdulillah, after I say to him the same story, I say, okay, I want to become Muslim. And subhanallah, he say, okay, no problem. Me, in my work, in the 80s, I was working with a lot of Muslim people, and every time I saw good people good people. Even there were no really good practice in their practice, but there were every time injustice, every time good people. So if you want to become like these people, I give you my. It's no problem for me. And after I say, wow, okay. And after I say, okay, no problem. And after it was really quick with my father. It was really quick because he said, no, me, I'm not afraid about Islam.